We always think of self-improvement as this huge battle of willpower, right? Like you have to force yourself to change. But what if it's not about force at all? What if it's actually a design problem? That's what we're digging into today. We're going to look at the architect's blueprint for real, lasting change, all based on the brilliant ideas in James Clear's Atomic Habits.
So let's just start with this one single idea. It's really the core of this whole thing. What if, what if one tiny, almost unnoticeable change could actually change your entire life? Not some big dramatic overhaul, but something super, super small. And that idea leads us right into the first major concept. Forget about trying to change everything overnight. That almost never works. The real engine, the secret sauce behind long-term change, is something called the 1% improvement principle. And believe me, this is where it all starts.
Just 1%. I mean, it sounds like nothing, doesn't it? It's so small, you'd probably just ignore it. But the magic of this number isn't about how big it is. Oh no, it's all about consistency. This is where we see the incredible power of compounding. It's like compound interest for your life. Think about it. If you get just 1% better at something every single day, after a year, you're not 365% better. You're nearly 38 times better. It's just incredible, right? These tiny atomic habits, they build on each other, and suddenly, boom, you have this massive success. Okay, so how do we actually build these powerful little habits? Well, first we've got to pop the hood. We need to become mechanics of our own minds and really understand the engine that's driving all of our actions. Only then can we start to fine-tune it. And here it is. This is the engine. It's called the habit loop, and it has 4 simple parts. First, there's a cue. That's the trigger that kicks things off. That cue creates a craving, a real desire for something. Then comes the response. That's the habit itself, the thing you do. And finally, you get the reward, which feels good and tells your brain, hey, let's do that again. Seriously, every single habit you have, good or bad, follows this exact pattern. Now, once you understand that loop, everything changes. It lets you make this really important shift in how you think, away from just focusing on the finish line and instead focusing on the process. In other words, you need to build systems, not just set goals. So why systems? Well, think about motivation. It's awesome, but it's totally unreliable, right? It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, that's the structure. That's what gets you to act even on the days you absolutely do not feel like it. And the beautiful thing is, a good system basically builds that discipline for you. This really breaks it down perfectly. Look at the difference. Goals are all about the finish line. Systems? They're about the process you follow every day. Goals run on that flaky, temporary motivation, but systems, they're designed for consistency. And this last one is huge. With goals, you're basically telling yourself, I'll be happy when I get there. With a system, you get to feel good and make progress all along the way. Okay, focusing on the process, on the system. This leads us to what might be the most powerful idea in the whole book. It's this. Your habits aren't just about what you do. They're about who you become. They are literally the path you walk to build a new identity for yourself. And this quote from James Clear just nails it. The goal is not to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. You see the difference? Reading a book is just a one-time thing, but becoming a reader, that's about who you are. It's a total shift from a temporary action to a permanent part of your identity. And here's the kicker. Every single action you take is like casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. When you do one push-up, you're casting a vote for, I'm an athletic person. When you write just one sentence, you're casting a vote for, I'm a writer. You are literally, vote by vote, building the identity you want, one tiny habit at a time. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, in theory. But how do you actually start? How do you lay that very first brick to build this new you? It's simple. You start so ridiculously small that it's almost impossible not to do it. Seriously. Don't try to read a whole book, just read one page. Don't try to do a full workout, just do one push-up. Meditate for 1 minute. Write one sentence. Drink one glass of water. The whole point is to just master the art of showing up. Make it so easy that you can't possibly say no. That's your first atomic habit. So that brings us right back to you. We know now that tiny actions compound into huge results. We know that systems are better than goals. And we know that every little thing we do is a vote for who we're becoming. So the only question left is, who do you want to vote for today?